Good afternoon, everyone. I am so excited to bring you the next interview in my Be Good to You video series with my beautiful friend, Karen Burrier. I just have so much love for this woman because she just has such a caring and compassionate and sweet heart like I've never known before. And so, Karen, thank you so much for agreeing to be interviewed today and share your story.
Thank you, Kristen. It's an opportunity and I'm glad to do it.
Awesome. Well, let's get started. So share with me your health story and how you weren't being good to you.
Over 30 some years of yo-yo dieting, and in hindsight, I had no idea about the consequence of what I was ingesting and how it would affect my health. I just ate willy-nilly, whatever I felt like, without consequence, oblivious, just kind of rushing through life. I never thought of doing something to take care of myself besides color my roots. You know, that's about as far as it got. And so I lost 50 pounds 3 times before I learned about this program. And I was oblivious. I just had multiple medical problems, and I didn't see the connection between nutrition and also when I lost that 50 pounds 3 times, once that number was on that scale, man, I just way overate and gained it all back. So there was so much lacking in my education, my knowledge, my intention, my goals, my support system. I had none of those pieces. And so that's why this one is different.
Yeah. So share with me, was there a time in your life where being good to you it was on the back burner of your life? I know that you have an extensive history as a social worker. And so how did being a social worker really affect your health?
Well, I really never focused on taking care of myself. I always took care of family and others. And I really wasn't aware that much that my cup was getting more and more empty. It wasn't as easy to bounce back from things. And I always, like the social work thing, I always just compartmentalized those situations. But in hindsight, it was affecting me, but I wasn't aware. I just put it in the back burner. But obviously it was being shown in my health that I was less able to tolerate all those stressors. And of course through overeating and added on top of it. So that focus on taking care of myself. When I started this program, no one said you're going to learn how to take care of yourself. I could have gone, yay, it's about time I did that. But again, I was just focused on the number. We're going to do this little program. We're just going to do this. And of course, as that happened and my health improved and the program became doable day after day after day, and I was satisfied and more even keeled and felt better and just kind of more, there's a modicum of clearing, feeling level-headed and everything. More benefits to that program came to my life. The support system, the program was easy and doable day after day, so I didn't feel on edge like I could quit any minute because I could just bite something really big. That craving thing fell away. The number on the scale, it got closer, and it wasn't even that, like once that happens, something is going to be cataclysmic after that. It just became more centering and more a nurturing environment. And so the program worked great physically, helped me medically, but the support system, the positive people, possibility thinking, learning to dream again, having a clearer mind, and being encouraged to dream more. That was a new concept. 40 years, the biggest dream was, what am I going to do with my few little days of PTO? That was my dream. My dream was that many days. That was sad. That was a pathetic way to live. And so I wrote down a few quotes, and it's so pertinent. Self-care is how you take your power back. And so that is just so pivotal. And I know you've heard the oxygen mask at the airport and everything, that we have to take care of ourselves. Well, that was an analytical thing that I had not integrated into my life. Yeah, that's a good idea if you're crashing in a plane. Okay, I'll do that. But anyway, so learning more about self-care, and of course the Stop, Challenge, and Choose, so wise. Not only did it help me in food choices, nutrition choices, but also in reacting to situations and being more measured, being more intentional. So all of those things give a person peace. And here's the other quote I wanted to say. When my actions are aligned with my priorities, then I find inner peace. Life gets a sense of balance again, and I can breathe a lot easier when my actions, taking care of myself, eating well, moving, then we find our inner peace because we are living how we know in our head is what we need. We're filling our inner need. So isn't that a lovely quote?
I love it. I've never heard it before. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that.
It's actually taken out of a blog of somebody who was, it was kind of about mindfulness. And then here's the other quote I wanted to share. Henry David Thoreau. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. And so that's what happened to me. I was looking at a number, kind of being more measured and calm about that and satisfied with that. But when I got there, so much more had changed. So much more had been blessed. I had been blessed with friends and being solid and centered and supported and wiser, and all these blessings and benefits all came to me when initially I was just thinking about a little number. So anyway, so many blessings, so many blessings. So now I am more free physically, lighter, clearer, to dream more, think more, help more, serve more. I am blessed to be a blessing. That's literally it.
Well, that's exactly what you are. You are a blessing. You're absolutely a blessing to so many, including yours truly right here. So what habits on a daily basis for mental well-being and have, healthy habits, I should say, do you do on a daily practice right now?
I do more moving. I do more mindfulness, like devotion and centering. I'm much more intentional with my choices regarding time and also my food choices. I've done a lot of journaling on what my triggers are that want to hook me back into those old behaviors and patterns and thoughts. So I have recipe cards, 5 or 6 of them, of the hooks, how to get me to go off plan. So it's like, this is actually a plan, how to get Karen to go off plan. And I have 5 or 6 self-talk things. So I listen to my self-talk, reframe it in a more positive way. I do that very intentionally and quite frequently. And so we all have our kryptonite, we all have our weaknesses. And so I'm much more intentional and aware of those situations to help me get through those minefields safely and for me, for a better choice. So those are the main, my self-talk and moving more and being more intentional. And of course, then I'm hearing more what the reasons why if I'm coaching my clients, what are their stumbling blocks to keeping them from being successful? And so it's helpful to process that. We had those ingrained in us for 30 some years, so it's going to take a while to process that, identify that, and to reframe that comfortably so we don't buy it. So then we can reject it and reframe it.
Absolutely. No, I love that. I love that idea of writing down what some of your triggers are. I should probably do that. So I'm going to do that today. So what advice, in closing, what advice would you give to others to encourage them to be good to themselves?
I'm trying to not be cliche. So many more possibilities happened in my life because I got physically healthier and then became mentally more healthy. So there's so much more potential for each person to live more intentionally and purposefully. So I'd encourage them to work on getting healthier physically and mentally so they can live more to the full.
I think that's perfect advice. And that is not cliche by any means. I mean, when you get all your little ducks in a row, right, you feel there's clarity. There just is. And so I don't think that's cliche at all. I think that's great advice. Well, Karen, I am so blessed to have you do this interview with me. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. I have a couple of nuggets that I'm going to work on now because you shared those with me. So thank you again. And I look forward to many years to come of being blessed by you and your servant's heart, and everything that you and your husband, David, do is just, it's phenomenal. And I'm so, so blessed to be a part of that.
And bless you. You are blessed to be a blessing. Thanks.
Thank you, Karen. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.